Perry, you've been back in South Africa for, what's it now, 2 days?
2 days.
How do you feel?
Non-stop. I just got to keep moving.
It's pretty much how you are. Now, I mean, okay, before we get into this whole Dakar thing, tell us a bit about Taye Perry. Where are you from? You raced here in South Africa for a long time before the Dakar. How did this all come about?
Yes, I've been racing for maybe 12 years in South Africa, national level, club level, many levels.
So you've been racing for 12 years.
Yes.
How did the whole Dakar idea come about?
It was always going to come.
Yeah.
I just, from starting at small bikes and moving bigger and bigger, when I eventually got to a 450, I could only go bigger in races.
Yeah.
And I got on a 450 in 2013, and I did my first rally in 2014. So that was many years ago, and that was the first taste of, I would get into rally. And then many years passed by where, I didn't take a break, but I was at the top of my level already. Not top of my level, but woman-wise. So I started entering in the men's classes and
just to embarrass them a bit.
Yes, and to try and pick up my level a bit more, because I'm not going to get any faster by always being on top.
Yeah.
I need to compete with guys who are faster. And that's how it all came about. And Dakar eventually came. It was never going to be an easy choice because...
Well, no, hang on, okay, let's talk about this. I mean, you don't just say, well, I'm going to ride Dakar, and then Dakar ride happens.
It's never the right time, because you never have enough money, or you're never in that financial spot to say, you know what, I want to do Dakar.
Okay, but then talk us through, how did you get to the point where you actually went to Dakar?
I had to put my foot down and say, you know what, it's never going to be the perfect or right time. And I'm at the top of my game now. I've never felt more at home on my bike. So, you know what? I'm going to do Dakar. Do whatever it takes, and let's enter.
But it nearly didn't happen. I mean, what's the sort of costing of Dakar? I mean, it's a lot of money.
I think the budget at the end of the day, with the preparation rallies, with the qualification rallies, and all of that, and the bike, and I pushed the deadlines very far. And luckily, the Dakar organizers were very, very kind to me, and they let me pay late. And even at Dakar, it still didn't. I wasn't there yet. I still owed money here and there. And
what is it? You just raise funds, got people to donate, got uncles,
you just don't
aunts,
stop.
everybody.
Yes, a lot of it came from the family. My parents they sacrificed a lot. We as a family, we sold a lot. We got rid of a lot. And that was my main budget, came from that. I have a handful of good people who came on board. I have Elf, I have Tricolt, then I have the Home Mag, Powder Lac, and Asimx. Some of them are from Australia, some of them are from America.
Wow.
Guys from all over the place, and it's incredible to see them helping me. I even have guys from the Congo, Nikembo and Ekiri Swala. I've got guys from all over the place.
Okay, so then tell us, so the Dakar Rally itself, I'm just reading some stats here.
Yeah.
It's 12 stages, 7,500 kilometers. I mean, in total, you were on the bike, just in specials, I presume, for 62 hours. And now, it's 744 kilometers per day.
The liaisons take forever. Sometimes you start at 4 a.m. in the morning, and it's freezing, and you're just waiting to get to that race stage, because you're on your Sentinel buzzer the whole time, because you're capped at 130 on the highways and everything, and it starts buzzing at 125.
And this is now sort of on-board
and
GPS
that just
kind of thing.
Keeps you company. You're on the buzzer the whole time. And you're waiting for the special, because the special flies by for you. Even if it's 500 Ks, you want the special. So you get there, and then you wait for your time. If they give you 25 minutes in advance, if they're giving you roadbooks that day.
Yeah.
So you only get your roadbook in the morning, and then just before the start line, they give you 20 minutes to put it in.
Okay.
And then
so you can't even prep the stage before. It's like, here it is.
Yeah, we got given our roadbook, I think 6 out of the 12 stages.
Wow.
Or was it 7? Somewhere there.
For most of the Dakar, you were the leading South African. Remember Ross Branch, who's a bit mental. He's
Botswana.
Yeah, he's from Botswana. Doesn't count. You were the leading South Africa, beating men, beating other ladies.
Yes. I was in 49th on day 11 when I had my bad day.
Okay, hang on, let me get this right. So I ride a normal enduro bike, 200 meters into the dunes. I fall over. I can't pick it up. I have a cry, and then I want to kill myself. You did the entire Dakar. With flu.
Yeah, with not being able to breathe through the nose and all that. And then when I could breathe through it, it was just running everywhere.
Okay, now hang on. Let's get to the big stage, right? The second last day. It was 744 kilometer stage
Yes.
11.
I think
You
that's
were
the day my flu actually was clearing up.
Well, see, that's it. It's a ride with flu for now. But okay, let's get this. You were the second last day. You were the leading South African.
Yes.
And then it all sort of went to hell.
Yeah, I was 49th overall, and my day started brilliantly. The first 200 Ks, I was catching guys everywhere, and I was feeling the best ever in the dunes I've ever felt, because it had rained a few nights before as well.
Yeah.
So they felt amazing. The bike felt amazing. I've never felt more one with my rally bike.
Yeah, yeah.
And obviously had a few spills, planted myself a few times just in the sand, because you're making your own line, so you always risk hitting that little pocket over the dune.
Because they don't give you an exact kind of go this way.
No,
It sort of end up
you're
somewhere.
making your own lines.
You
They
kind
give
of
you-
go over there somewhere. That's sort of how
Exactly.
it works.
Sometimes they just give you a cap heading, and it might be 15 Ks away.
Yeah.
So you have such a wide
It's sort of
area
just
to go
get
over.
there, yeah?
Yes.
And then?
And well, like I was saying, you often get little pockets or bowls that you could get stuck in, and all of a sudden there's soft sand and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or you're just going, and all of a sudden the sand just gets soft.
Yeah.
And you sink in and you fall over, or you lose momentum. I did quite a bit of that. Well, not quite a bit, but 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
But at kilometer around 200, I think it was just before kilometer 200, I had gone over a dune and come down, and there was a lip. And I had hit the lip hard and just fallen over. So it was a minor little
sort
crash.
of normal, yeah?
A normal fall over.
Yeah.
And when I got up again, it was quite a dangerous spot, because it was 2 dunes,
Yeah.
like a caution basically. Not a caution, because
Yeah.
it's all cap heading.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The cars couldn't see me. Luckily, my sentinel was clicking and letting them know there's something wrong here,
Yeah.
to take caution.
Yeah.
And when I got up again, my bike wouldn't start. It was just swinging and swinging.
Okay.
And I immediately started looking for loose wires, and because it's usually something like that, or my kill switches got stuck or something. I looked everywhere, and then my teammate Olivier Payne, who's done multiple Dakars, probably close to 15,
Yeah.
he stopped for me, and then we started checking the fuel tanks, and we thought, maybe it's my rear pump that's not pumping, because we had switched to my rear tank.
Yeah.
And we moved fuel over to my front, because we were like low on fuel already.
Yeah.
We tried that. We tried
tried
took the
everything, and
front
this thing
tanks
just
off.
wouldn't
It
start.
just wouldn't start. So we eventually ran the battery dead from testing so many things.
Okay. And
then-
now you're sitting at a bowl in the soft sand.
Yes, in a dangerous
with
spot
with a dead battery.
with a dead battery.
Right.
And you cannot push in the sand, especially if you're
obviously.
alone. And then Craig Keyworth.
You kind of walk in the sand, let alone push in the sand.
It's a little bit difficult. Then Craig Keyworth also stopped, and they both helped me push just out of the dangerous spot.
Yeah.
And then Olivier left me. He had to keep going,
Well,
obviously.
yeah, he's got his own Dakar. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
shame he was there for a long time. I really appreciate it. And
Yeah.
Craig then, we took my tow rope, and he just towed me a little bit out of the little dune belt.
Yeah.
So into the flap to the next dune belt, into
Yeah.
that, before that dune belt, because he tried, and his clutch was already going from being stuck. That's why he was there with me, because he had been stuck somewhere else.
Yeah.
And his clutch was bad. So he also left me, and then I was alone.
Oh, okay.
And that was a very long afternoon waiting.
I mean, how long were you actually there?
I'm not actually sure. I think it was 4 or 5 hours, or
Yeah.
I know when I looked at my area track, it was 10:55, and I must have got stuck at 10:30 in the morning. And I stood there for all those hours with my tow rope in hand, waiting for every bike, every quad that came past, and I was like looking at them and asking them, "Can you guys give me a tow?" And they looked at the dunes and they look at me and they're like, "No," because how difficult is towing through the dunes? They didn't want to take that risk and take that chance on me, so they all left me.
But then, okay, eventually it was a car driver towed you in.
Yes.
Is that sort of it?
After so many people, I think all the bikes and quads had passed me, because the team on Iritrack that kept calling me and asking me, can they evacuate me? Like, so my Dakar's finished. They were asking, can they evacuate me? And it just wasn't, I wasn't about to let that happen. I'm not giving up that easily. Eventually, a Spaniard and an Argentinian guy
Yeah.
in a Toyota T1 car.
Yeah.
They had stopped, and they wanted to help.
Yeah.
They saw, your Dakar's not over. It can't be finished for you. It's the second last day. Let's get you to the end.
But I'm going to try, okay, get this. You got towed in through the dunes by a car.
Yes.
Now, how do you, has anyone ever been towed by a motorcycle
You get
before?
dragged often, yes.
Normal, it's difficult, but through
I
dunes.
even got dragged when Craig tried to take me with the bike. The car was a
Isn't it
little
easier
bit
just to
better.
allow the bike down, sit on it, and then kind of go, well...
At least the car's more straight. The bike, when the bike's towing you, he's all over the place.
Yeah.
It was a very long afternoon, very long evening.
But there's, okay, here's the thing now. The next photo was you smiling.
Yeah.
How do you keep smiling? How do you not want to like kill people?
I think, you know what, even when it's really bad, it's still good. You know, everything bad that happens, it's going to be good in the end. It's going to build you. It's going to make things so much more interesting. Everything is what it is. You can't change it. You just have to deal with it there, adapt and make it work.
Right, and this, ladies and gentlemen, is why Taye got the huge following she has, why she has the following she has. Okay, quick one before we let you go. What's your plans for the rest of the year? Back into off-road racing?
They're kind of secret still, okay? So
we're
I'm going
gonna
to try and get these 2 busy weeks done and then start planning bigger things. There are definitely rallies on the calendar.
Yeah.
So I can't give you exact local things yet, but there's definitely a couple world rallies on the calendar.
Then how do people follow you?
On my website, tayeperry.com, or I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook.
So just look up Taye Perry, Instagram, Facebook.
I'm everywhere.
All go to thing. Listen, thank you so much. I know you've got a busy time. Thank you for sitting.
Thank you so much, guys. Awesome chatting to you.